Hey guys, welcome back to SJ's Lottery Models. I'm Scott, and haven't made a video in a while. Haven't made a whole lot of progress on the ACME build, and haven't done anything with the lottery build. But let's turn the camera around and show you what I have done on the ACME build. So as you can see, I've started the kind of Back to the Future hover conversion. You might remember from the last video, I did chop the top and glued it back together. It's not exactly the same as the die-cast American Graffiti car, but we're kind of going off that as a guide and not as gospel. In order to make this thing look like it's going to float Back to the Future style, I had to come up with some axles that bent down. So it's sitting on the tires on the side. I cut off, as you can see, I need a pointer. All right. As you can see right here, there it is, I cut off the axle there and on the other side. And then I'm going to glue it back together and re-chrome that. I am using the die-cast graffiti coupe frame and engine and suspension, but with some obvious modifications to make it float Back to the Future style. The grill, tires, rims, engine, transmission, all of that's from the die-cast graffiti coupe. But I didn't feel right putting this in ACME if I didn't paint the body. So, you know, I chopped the top and I'm going to paint this. Getting to that, I messed around a lot with these inner fenders and just fought with it to get it to fit the frame right. I then, from my AMT American Graffiti coupe, I robbed the rear fenders. Now you're probably wondering, why didn't I use the AMT Graffiti coupe? Again, because it's split right here, and I didn't want to fight hiding that seam. I found it easier to hide the seam there when I chopped it myself. Now this body does still require some more cleanup and stuff, but we're moving forward. The axles that the tires and rims are sitting on are clear, or not clear, excuse me, sprue, evergreen sprue that's like a tube, and then I shoved wire in it so it would be somewhat bendable. And that's how I got that. The engine, you can see I have wired it, and everything in the engine was chrome. And when I looked at pictures of the graffiti coupe, the carburetors were definitely not chrome. So I cleaned those up and put a bit of this panel line, gray panel liner on it, and it really got the carburetors to the way I think they look more like the graffiti coupe in the pictures on the internet. But that said, since we're using this graffiti coupe, and it's a die-cast body, you can see it right back there, this thing is screwed together. Well, I am going to add a gas tank since the die-cast Revell kit does not have a gas tank, and I cut it out. Oops. Sorry, bad camera work. I cut it out from the Revell 32 Ford 5 window, which is where we got the body. And we're going to rest that there. And that's how we're going to do a gas tank and hide some stuff. We got a little bit more cleanup to do, but the chassis is pretty much done underneath the car. I've still got, like I say, a lot more body work to do. And then I'm going to cut some clear sprue when the time comes and mount those to a base so the car will, in my mind, hover about right here. Excuse me, I got the hiccups. So that's where we're at. I would like to hide that PVC axles a little better and make it look more hover car Back to the Future-ish. And I have tried the bendy part on these bendy straws to hide it. It's not working. Anybody got any ideas on how to hide those axles, or hide them in plain sight, as I would like to say? Love to hear your comments. So that's the update on the ACME build for now. I am going to be more diligent moving forward with this build because ACME is next month. And yeah, we're getting short on time. So like, comment, subscribe. There's my thumb. Okay. And thanks for coming along on the ride with SJ's Lottery Models. Bye for now, guys.